there was this I don't know what you call it. It's like a social experiment almost, or an opinion thing where people were asking women would they rather encounter a bear in the woods or a man in the woods, and the answer was universally bears. The ladies do not want to encounter a strange man in the woods, which I can't really say I argue with them there, but a lot of dudes were getting very upset about this because I think they did the classic thing of assuming that it was about them when, like, it's probably not, unless you've been kidnapping people in the woods.
I mean, statistically speaking.
Yeah. I mean, yes, there's a lot of them, I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, like, that's a weird question because it's like, you're obviously a lot more likely to see a man than a bear in the woods, I imagine. So it is a...
Well, here you've only got the choice. There's no bears in New Zealand, so ladies in New Zealand, sorry, you've only got one choice.
If you think it's a bear, it's probably a horse.
It's one of us too.
Yeah, it's one of... or,
sniffing around for truffles in the undergrowth.
Yeah. So, it is... Wow, yeah, that's an interesting way to get into talking about the bears in the wood. Just...
Yeah, well, I would just like to go on the record and say, any ladies out there, I also don't want to meet a man in the woods. Like
I don't want to go in the woods.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to say next. Is if I'm in the middle of the woods by myself, something has gone wrong, and I don't want to be there, and I want to go home, and
I'm looking for mushrooms.
You're foraging.
If you know, yeah,
you've got better survival skills than I do.
Yeah, survival.
I'd be looking for the golden arches, and then that would be how I navigate. It's like my North Star. You know how sailors would, like, as long if they could see the Big Dipper or whatever, they could always find their way home. Like, I'm like that. If I can see a golden arches in the distance, then I can always sort of navigate back to my house. I know where all the McDonald's are in town.
Yeah, and you know exactly how to get back. Yeah, you've got the routes memorized.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm like a cat or a pigeon.
Just mark your territory on all the McDonald's.
Well, I'm just ripping up little pieces of a Big Mac container and leaving it behind me.
Yeah.
So then the thing we wanted to talk about off this is, I think, just in general. Actually, one question is, of the two of us, who do you think women would rather encounter in the woods out of the two mayors of Hosstown? Because we both look scary, but for different reasons, I think.
Yeah. Well, let's ask our female listener. Because
all one of them. Diane, what do you think?
It's so you do you want to discuss which one of us is less threatening to females?
When I hear it out loud like that, I start to think that maybe there's a reason I'm not allowed to do the public outreach programs of Hostel. I don't know. I sort of thought it'd be funny, but when I hear it in a vacuum like that, I do understand.
I might be, yeah. I don't. Well, I thought we were going to go in the direction of, like, which one do you think would have a better chance with a beer?
Of us two? Well, okay, yeah. Let's pivot into that, as they say in the biz.
Because, like,
let's pivot.
Yeah. Like what's, like, obviously fully grown beer, 1-on-1, no chance.
Well, I guess, like, isn't there something to do with the type of beer? Like, if it's a grizzly beer, there's a rhyme that the Americans learn where it's like, if it's small and black, fight back. If it's big and brown, lay down or something.
Yeah.
They teach you how to, like, because apparently, I don't know, grizzly bears will just, if you're not a challenge, they'll leave you alone. I don't know what the logic is there.
I think if it's a female grizzly bear, she'll only attack if she thinks you're a threat.
Right.
So if you're laying down, you might.
I wouldn't need to be lying down for her to not think I'm a threat.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it depends, because I think it's very much depends on the time of year. Yes. If you're getting close to, like, the end of summer, they're probably like, I'll eat anything. Yeah. Because they're trying to get ready for hibernation.
Yeah.
But if they're, like, fresh into spring, or it might be, at the other end of it too, like, fresh out of hibernation, they're like, we're starving, got to get anything in.
That's true. I
feel like a panda bear, I'd beat the shit out of a panda bear.
No contest.
I'll just push it.
Yeah.
And it's just...
I don't think a panda would fight back at all, eh?
No. I mean, I'd just look like an arsehole for punching a panda.
Your social credit would plummet after being a panda bear.
Yeah. It would be like when Conor McGregor was seen punching, like, the old guy in the pub.
It'd be exactly
it's
like
just
that.
Like, come on, man,
You should know better,
Yeah. But like a polar bear, I hear, are terrifying because I feel like I hear they actually target humans.
Yeah, I think polar bears, they have. What is the reason? There is some reason that they're like. I guess because there's no calories where they are, right? They will like. They won't leave any trace of you, kind of thing. And there's this great YouTube video you can look at. I don't know who the guy is, but he's doing like one of those wildlife sort of Edinburgh things, and he's in a it's basically a glass or plastic or glass case, and he's like it's got tracks on it. And he's rolling around, and the polar bear is like just methodically like moving its way around and pushing on stuff to see how much give there is in the glass, and like you can see it's like it's that close that the hotness from its breath is making the glass fog up, and he's just filming. I mean, what else are you going to do in that situation, right? And he's like, the bear is literally calculating now, like, how many calories is it going to take me to break in here? And, like, is the meal that's inside worth that many calories to me? And then eventually it decides that it's not, and it walks off again. But, I think polar bears are, like, they will, you wouldn't even put up a fight kind of thing. I think you're just done.
Yeah. Well, I think it's also, they're being pushed, because of the climate change. Climates are getting they're kind of getting pushed closer to civilization because their natural food sources are getting kind of wiped out. So
it's like in Fortnite, how the storm like shrinks as you play to force the players to run into each other. We're gonna start encountering polar bears.
Because I think it's a thing, like especially say in somewhere like Canada, if you live way up in the north parts in those small towns, like like I think they even have like polar bear sirens and stuff. There's like a polar bear coming into town, just like lock your doors,
Thanks for watching this Hosstown clip. Why not watch another one while you're at it? You can watch full episodes of the Hosstown podcast here on YouTube, or you can find them on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or your favourite podcatcher. See you in Hosstown.